Hi everyone, this is Dave from Geekanoids and welcome to our unboxing and first look at the Canon Legria or Vixia, depending on which country you reside in, G30. This is Canon's latest sort of high-end prosumer camcorder. It offers up full HD capture, an HD CMOS Pro sensor, AVC HD, and new to this model over the previous models, now recording in MP4, 50 frames progressive, 35 megabits per second. It records to SD, SDHC and SDXC memory cards. So a little look around the box for you and we will get straight into the unboxing. Just a couple more of the specifications. This has got a wide angle lens. It's also got a 3.5 inch OLED screen which offers up over 1 million pixel dot resolution, and also very high res OLED viewfinder as well. So let's get this unboxed and see what's included in the package. Latest Digic DV4 processor in here as well. 20 times optical zoom, which is really good on a camcorder of this sort. And I'm looking forward to testing this in the sort of production setup of the Geekanoids studio. So the first thing we're presented with on the top of the box is some cables and paperwork. So let's have a look at these. First thing we've got is a UK power cable, figure 8 connector on this end, and then a 3-pin UK plug on this end. Next up, we've got some warranty paperwork. Then we have got some sort of manuals about the Wi-Fi and also some software and instruction manuals on disc. And then last but not least, we have got a quick guide, and then the quick guide in other languages as well, French, German, Italian and Polish by the looks of it there, and then of course the English one in a separate guide. So this is just going to get you up and running nice and quickly with the G30. So now let's have a look in the main section of the box. So we pull this down and you can see here Canon do a fantastic job of presenting everything really nicely. We do this back section first and have a look what's in this back section. So first up we've got a battery, and this is a BP820 battery, 1700 milliamp hours, so that should keep the camera running for a long time. We've also got an HDMI cable, so this is what looks like mini HDMI to full size HDMI cable. Next up we've got a little remote control, so we can stop and start recording remotely. We've also got some menu controls here, zooming in and out, taking photos, playing and pausing, display, etc. Next up we've got a little hood for the front of the lens. This is a really nice hood actually, because you can fit a 58mm thread UV filter or a protection filter to the front of the G30. But in addition, we've also got this control on the side of the hood where we can open and close a sort of dust cover that keeps that front element of the lens protected. So that's really nice. And obviously you use the hood to reduce lens flare, etc. So a nice quality hood included with the G30. And then further down inside the box, we've got a little portion here that we add onto the charger. We've also got a couple more cables here. We've got a USB cable, so mini USB to full size USB, and then an AV out cable, so that's composite audio and video cable. Still one more portion, or one more piece to take out of that back portion of the box, and that is the multi-voltage charger. And we charge the battery on the camera whilst it's attached, and you can also run the camera off of mains. This is multi-voltage, so it works in all different countries. This end here goes into the camera itself, and then the country specific figure 8 power cable plugs in here. And that is it for accessories. Oh, there's one more little accessory at the back there. Almost missed that, and that's the little battery for that remote control. And now we're going to move on to the star of the show, which is of course the camera itself. So let's take the G30 out and remove this box out of the way. Very nicely packaged. Got some bubble wrap around it for extra protection, and then this soft cloth bag to protect the camera itself. And here we go. This is quite a bit heavier than previous models. I have had the HF G10, I think it was the G20 and 25 in the studio, and this is quite a bit wider than previous models. Very, very nice feeling camera though. I'm very keen to get this under test. So let's take a look around, shall we? On this side here, we have got a really nice sort of strap, and you hold the camera like this if you were holding it handheld, and then most of the controls at the top and the back fall into the relevant position, so that it's nicely sort of laid out. And then we've got a little bit of a change, because before on previous models some of the connections were sort of under here, and this got in the way if you were holding the camera. So they've moved all of the connections out of the way, either to the back of the camera or to the front of the camera. So let's have a look at these connections first. We've got a little cover here. If we just open this one up, if I can get to it. There we go. This one here has got the AV out socket and also the input for that power supply or charging the battery. And it feels like a really nice cover actually. Fits back in nicely. Then just here we've got a speaker. And then on the front here we've got another cover which we can remove. And this has got the headphone socket just at the top left here. We've got the USB socket just here. We've got a remote connection. We've got the mini HDMI out. And then we've got the microphone in on the top right there, so we can add an external microphone. And then this just pops back into place like so. And then whilst we're around this front area, we have a look at the lens. Really nice HD lens there. Wide angle, 20 times optical zoom as well, 58mm thread. And then around the lens we've got this manual control ring, and you can assign this to either be manual focus or you can assign it to zoom in and out as well. So either sort of feature really there. And then either side of the lens on the top we've got stereo microphones. Just behind the stereo microphones we've got a shoe mount here, so we can mount maybe a Rode Video Mic Pro for example. And then connect that in to the side connector there. Moving back to this portion of the camera here, we've got a zoom in and out button here. Feels very nice as well. Feels a lot more professional than the previous models. It's quite a high zoom lever, but it works really well. Feels really, really nice. And then we've got auto, manual and cinema modes, a switch on this side here. And then at the back, so not only have we got this shoe at the front, we have got the mini advanced shoe, and you can use this with Canon's range of accessories and connect them straight into this mini shoe at the back. You can see right in there there's some contacts at the front of the shoe, so you could use this for maybe one of their dedicated mics, and then you could have another accessory on the front shoe. So really, really nice layout. And then we've also got the EVF on the back, the electronic viewfinder. This does pull out as well and extend, and then you can angle it up and down, and then it pushes back into the body when not in use. And then round to the back of the camera we've got a little access light here. I assume this is just for when it's either writing or accessing data from the memory card. Round on the back we have got start and stop recording. We've also got a 4-way sort of toggle joystick and a click-in button just here, and also a function button. Then we've got a portion here in the back where the battery goes, where my thumb is. And then we've got some extra buttons on the side here. We've got a focus or zoom switch just up the top, just here. And this assigns the feature or function, I should say, of that front ring round the lens. And then we've got 2 more assignable buttons on the side here. Those 3 and 4 buttons which we can assign. Maybe one of them to white balance and something, maybe some custom settings on that number 4 button. And then round on this side here, we have got another switch. We've got camera off and media positions. So camera would be for setting it to record, off obviously turning the camera off, and media if we want to access the content on the memory card. And then we've got a power charge LED here which indicates whether it's plugged in or charging the battery. Now before I open the screen, I'll just point out just here we have obviously got a tripod mount on the bottom of the camera. We've also got a battery release lever just here. And then we've also got another custom button here, and also another rotating dial here which we can use to make various adjustments. Maybe we'd assign that to shutter speed, and then we can change the shutter speed using this dial. And then we've got the swing out screen, fully articulating screen. Obviously we can turn this round to be front facing if we wish, or angle it up. And then we've got some extra buttons on the side. Again, these can be assigned to different features. At the moment they're autofocus, manual focus and pre-record. And then on the side of the camera we've got dual card slots. So we just open up the little flap there, we can pop in two SD, HD or SDXC memory cards. And they can be set to do different sorts of recordings. So we can have like a, from reading so far, you can have it so it backs up one to the other, or it records two different formats, so AVC HD to one and MP4 to the other. Really useful configuration of the dual slots there. And then we've got a couple of extra buttons here. This one's assigned to going back in the menus at the moment, but it's got a number 5 on it, so we can assign this to whatever we want. And then we've got a display and battery info button here, which will give us how much battery is remaining or what display is overlaid onto the image that comes through on the screen. So a really nice looking camera. This is the Canon Legria or Vixia, depending on which country you're in, HF G30. Really nice high-end camera. It's going to become part of the Geekanoids production cameras. As I say, whether it stays depends on its performance. So please do subscribe to the channel so you see how this camera performs. There will be an HD video sample coming up. I didn't have much luck with previous Canon cameras that we got into the studio, so I'm hoping the HF G30 lives up to expectations. Thanks very much for watching. Please hit that subscribe button and I'll see you all in the next one.